Disclaimer, this is completely inspired by the channel CinemaSins and their series Everything Wrong With. We're taking no credit from what they do. Jonathan just likes to be a negative person.
The thumbnail's horrendous. Intro's nice, but doesn't fit the roleplay.
Hey guys, it's Rose. Before we get on to the
You rape and the audio is too unstable.
roleplay, I'll let you guys into my last rope.
Don't stop the roleplay to tell us about the mods you have. Either list them in the description or place them in the comments. Or both.
So
Ugh, the camera. I feel like music abruptly cuts off. It's gonna be a reoccurring theme on the channel. And the camera abruptly cuts off.
I guess
First person.
this is the house. I can't believe.
What are the clouds doing?
I guess this is the house.
You guess?
I can't believe we had to move. I mean, I know this is my first time.
Mindless ramble.
Honey, could you please help me with the boxes? Oh,
Your dad sounds awfully like you.
okay, thanks. Go ahead and take some. Alright. Actually, I don't even think he needs any help with any of these now.
You little shit!
There's a bathroom downstairs. This must be the kitchen.
In case you confused it with the living room.
I mean, I was hoping for a pool, but this is good enough.
First you say that you'll help your dad get the boxes and neglect that. Now you're contemplating if this house is good enough?
Wow.
That is the most sarcastic wow I've ever heard in my life.
We even have a shed. That is so cool.
You said that about the bathroom too. Both are small disclosed places that work well for murders. So, I don't know what you're implying here, but
And I guess that's where our neighbor's house is, and everyone.
in case you confused it with South America.
I call this room no takes. Oh, and by the way, it's the biggest.
Weirdly, her sister sounds just like her too. You need an apostrophe after N and doesn't, a comma after Mr. Bear, and an apostrophe next to T and couldn't. Let's just add 10 cents for all the grammar mistakes in this video. I swear to God if I get any comments complaining about my grammar.
I get everything I want.
Riley probably got her stubbornness from her older sister. Both sisters complain about everything. I realize nobody's helping Dad with bringing him boxes. Such an ungrateful family.
Hi, sweetie. Need any help?
Seems everyone has the same voice. It's quite odd.
No, I just...
Why do you sound so guilty? It's not like you searched for spots-dyed bodies or anything.
So I guess this is my room. I mean, it kind of explains why all of my stuff is on the floor.
Is it a normal occurrence for your dad to throw your stuff on the floor? It's not like you did it, because by the sound of it, he didn't help bring in the boxes or even looked at the house until the start of the video. I suppose trash needs to be treated like trash.
I guess this is my stuff.
How does everything fit in there? A whole chair is in that box.
I should start unpacking. But first I should probably get all these boxes away.
That's called unpacking.
I can just pick those up later.
That's what she says.
Now it's time to decide where to put things.
I honestly don't care. Please skip these parts next time. How is she holding everything? Is she Superwoman? Or man? It doesn't really matter either way.
Oh, look, it's starting to already get dark.
Can't believe time exists. Well, actually, it isn't. Language tells us that it passes, moves like a great river, never stopping or dragging us with it, and in the end washes up on the shore while it continues, unstoppable. Poets also tell us that time stumbles, or creeps, or slows, or even at times seems to stop. They tell us that the past might be inescapable, imminent in objects, or people, or landscapes. When Juliet is waiting for Romeo, time passes sluggishly. She longs for Phaethon to take the reins of the sun's chariot, since he would whip up the horses and bring in cloudy night immediately. When we wake up from a vivid dream, we're dimly aware that the sense of time we've just experienced is illusionary. Yeah, I think you get the point. So, Edison.
I think my room is finished. Let's go see what my sister's doing.
Are you not looking at the clothes on the floor? Pick it up!
Let's go see what my sister's doing.
I haven't seen any redeeming traits from this character. She's a terrible daughter, searches for places to bury bodies, fights with her sister, and is apparently nosy now. Come on! Need at least some redeeming traits. For example, in Crusade, Drake's a terrible person. He's rude, doesn't care for people's feelings, but he's an amazing detective, and makes some fun comebacks or actions that let the viewers enjoy his presence. I'm adding 3 cents for this problem.
Hey, what are you doing in my room? You're gonna mess it up!
I have to agree with Riley, because the main character still hasn't picked up their clothes on the floor.
Well, I'm gonna go outside.
Didn't you say earlier that it was getting dark? Why would you want to go outside then?
Gosh, my sister's being so bossy today. She's never like this.
Because you're any better.
Looks like my dad is still out there with a moving truck.
Probably because someone didn't go and help him out as you said. Such an ungrateful daughter.
Mom, please, I will clean all the dishes extra good if you just let me this time.
Does that mean you'll never clean the dishes that well on normal days? Her mom really is such a pushover.
I promise I won't.
I will hold this promise to a sin.
Wow, this neighborhood is so cool.
This is the third time you said this about something, and the other two are both seemingly referencing murder spots.
I mean, I was kinda like in between.
I honestly don't care.
This school is so big.
That's actually quite small.
Oh, that's so cool.
Fourth murder spot. Suppose you could hide corpses in plain sight.
That's so cool.
Fifth.
Hi, you must be new. I'm Megan.
How do you know she's new? Does she have the new girl smell, or do you track every person in the neighborhood to know which person's new or not?
Oh, I live there too. I live in house 42.
You mean the address? Now how lucky do you have to be to get 42 out of all the houses? I have 1422. Like, wow, that is lucky. Even if her address was 41, she wouldn't be the next door neighbors with Megan. She'd live across from her at best. Plus, what are the chances she met another middle schooler around her age at the park right when she moved in?
Wow, really? I live in house 41. That must mean we're neighbors.
What are the chances of that?
Hey, maybe we could be friends.
Hey, just to change the story, you should have them end up hating each other, and Rose should end up going on a murder spree. That would be a roleplay I'd watch. It reads 1 a.m., but she says 1 p.m. She should show up both times.
I finally hope.
It only took her about a minute to travel, but before it takes her over a half hour for her to get back home.
I've already finished, which... How could they finish this in 30 minutes?
Would have been completed faster if someone would have helped.
They're eating dinner.
They really began eating dinner without you. Can't blame them. I'd eat without a daughter as useless as her.
Where have you been? You were 10 minutes late.
I counted, and it actually took around 5 minutes to get there and back. Proving my point that it shouldn't be dark, and her mom wants to get on her for being late when she could have stayed for another 25 minutes without getting in trouble. 10 cents for her mom getting onto her, and cents for Rose not saying she took 5 minutes.
Tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Oh, I see.
Why does it sound like she was talking with a guy and about to ask if she likes him?
So, can I go? Fine. Yay!
You had one job, Mom, and you failed it. I now have more hate for you than the main character, Rose.
Your food is in the fridge. Why would you put it in the fridge? It's gonna get cold.
That's the point. They were referencing your heart to tell you how cold it is.
Right here, away from my sister, because she was being really rude today.
Again, because you're any better.
This is so good, but I'm full.
It's a taco. Do you know how many starving Africans there are out there? Around 226.7 million Africans out there starving. According to a study by SOS, which means this gets 30 cents for not giving the food off to Africans. Moving on.
Brush my teeth.
You can brush your teeth while talking? Impressive. Doesn't mean you're getting any cents counted off, though. 6 seconds of her own man-made sound effects.
Now it's time to take a bath. This feels so good after a days of work.
Yeah, don't say that out of context. She's taking a bath with money and her phone on her, as well as being completely clothed.
Good night, guys.
Who is she talking to? I am now offended she says guys, because I now classify as woman at the moment. She is speaking in a way that allows me to be offended, and I am now going to complain about it because I can. And add a sin.
I hope you enjoyed this roleplay.
Honestly, it was the same as almost every roleplay that I'll review in the future. God, I hope I find some better roleplays out there.
In some moments they were a little awkward because...
Ramble that you could put in the description and or in the comments after you upload the video.
This feels so good.